Hello there, people who have access to the internet and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Pun Food, or just Pun if you prefer. And last time on You Eat Soup, we explored all of Acorn Plains, getting every single star coin for a grand total of 24. And this time, we are heading to the next area. The piece of cake dessert. Anyway. So, Anyway. Yeah. Piece of cake desert. Guess we'll just start off right away. Stone Eye Zone. That would have been a great time to use a mushroom. Anyway. Between every episode, I decided, since there's so many characters to play as, I'm just gonna alternate which one I play as in between every episode. So last episode was Mario, this episode is Luigi, and I'm guessing that next episode is probably gonna be, a la Gold, would be my guess. So then, yeah, I'm not going through this level as fast as I normally would, because I'm just trying to sort through, oops, didn't mean to set down my Yoshi, I just wanted to, never mind, what am I doing, it's like I wasn't even ready to record yet, yeah, so, I believe it's up here, yeah, okay. Interesting topics of discussion. I guess we could talk about Luigi. I kind of already did that in the last... I went over, like, all the characters the last part. You know what we can talk about? Deserts. Because, because... I don't know. I guess, like, deserts have a reputation for always being the second world in every Mario game. But A, that's not even true, and B, I think deserts are a bit underutilized, actually. Not to say that we don't see a lot of deserts, but more so the concepts that a desert can bring are underutilized. Let's go over it. In Super Mario Bros., there is no desert. In Super Mario Bros. 3, the desert is World 2. I'll give them that. In Super Mario Bros. 4, or not 4, Super Mario World, there's no official desert world, nor is there really a desert level. The closest you might get is Chocolate Island, and Chocolate Valley, whatever the name of World 6 is. And that's as close as you get for, desert. Otherwise, yeah, no real deserts. Looking at Super Mario 64, the desert is like World 8 or something, I believe. Where's the desert level? What desert level am I thinking of? I can't even think of the desert level right now. I guess it's, also, I think I might have to abandon Baby Yoshi. Yeah. Sorry, Baby Yoshi. But, I don't know. Yeah, in Super Mario 64, the desert level was in the underground section of the castle, the basement, if I remember correctly. and it was the hidden alcove painting, and that was the only desert, I think. And otherwise, there hasn't really been much deserting. Yeah, there wasn't any other desert levels as far as I remember in that game. But I swear that at the same time there was another desert level. Anyway, Super Mario Sunshine, pretty sure didn't have a desert level. It was all tropics themed, you know, so, then, in Super Mario Galaxy, the first desert level, I believe, was very late in the game, and it was like one of the only ones, and same with Mario Galaxy 2. However, New Super Mario Bros. Made the Desert World World 2. Yeah. So, New Soup, Desert World 2. We Eat Soup, Desert World 2. New Soup 2, Desert World 2. And then You Eat Soup, Desert World 2. Super Mario 3D Land also had a desert aesthetic for World 2, but in the 3D Land game, the levels didn't really stick to it. Same for 3D World. Aesthetic for desert aesthetic, but levels don't always stick to the aesthetic in the 3D, you know, Land 3D World games. So, yeah, that's the case of that. Then desert, any other Mario games come out, really? I guess the next one is Odyssey, and the desert world is, it could be counted as World 2 or World 3. Cap Kingdom definitely has a boss fight, and it definitely has, you know, introduction stuff, but I feel like it's framed more as a tutorial, and Cascade Kingdoms has, like, all the makings of, like, a grassland type world. Even still, Desert, basically World 2, maybe 3, depending on how you... Or I guess it would actually be 3, maybe 2, depending on how you categorize, worlds in Mario Odyssey. But then... Yeah, we haven't had another Mario game since then, so Wonder is the next Mario game, and that means that it has, the idea of, will Wonder also contain a desert world for the second world? My guess is no. My guess is there isn't going to be a desert world, and that the only thing is going to be like a sort of, like, canyon wasteland world and, you know, desolate area world versus, like, a full-on desert world. You know, that's just my prediction, though. I can't help but feel like I missed a star coin by now. It's like sometimes I forget these levels, anyway, so, but there is a star coin down here. The question is it the first or second? I know where the third is, so, second. Okay, looks like I have to backtrack. I have time, though. So, yeah. I forget where the first star coin is, I guess. Well, there's the checkpoint. Where is this first star coin? This is the entrance. There it is. It was, I swore I went up here, or up one ledge, but maybe I was confusing it with the last level. Oh well. The only thing that's troublesome about having to do that is that I don't actually get to keep the star coin if I die, because the checkpoint only registers what star coins you collected at the time of your death. Anyway. Yeah, I highly doubt Mario Wonder is gonna have a desert. From what we've seen, there isn't a desert, and usually for games, you know, they like to show early game. So even if we do have a desert, it'll probably be vastly different, and be later in the game. Because the thing is I think Nintendo knows. I think Mario Wonder is explicitly trying to be very different from other Mario games. And I wouldn't be surprised if being different from Desert Being World 2 is one of the things that they try to do with that. So, we have the last star coin. Right, I was thinking, okay, yeah, makes sense. Anyway. So, yeah, but I'm flying through this game. Just... Phew! Made it! I'm not, like, I'm good at doing a Luigi voice, but there are certain lines that I'm just not good at doing for Luigi. Anyway. I guess we're on to the fortress, or tower, or whatever you want to call it. Stone Slide Tower. So, I don't know. I think of the new Soup games, of the Desert Worlds in the new Soup games, I think that Layer Cake Desert has the best assortment of levels, and whether it's because, in general, I think You Eat Soup has the best levels, or just because of Layer Cake Desert itself, I don't know. I think, in my personal opinion, that We Eat Soup Desert has the worst desert levels. You know what? As I go through the worlds, I can compare them to the other games in the new Soup series. So, in terms of grasslands, I personally think that, I honestly think that, New Soup 2 probably has one of the better grasslands, at least first half. Second half, though, I think is really where some of them fall flat. But I think You Eat Soup actually does have very good grassland, but I just think that New Soup 2 does have very good grasslands. New Soup, does have... I think the grassland levels are just okay there. Come on, really? Yeah, in New Soup, the grassland levels are just okay. In We Eat Soup, I honestly think it has one of the weakest showings for, in all honesty, I think I like We Eat Soup a lot, but I think it actually has some of the weakest level designs of the whole New Soup series. At least, generally. There are some highlights that put it above, New Soup 2 by far. And just other gameplay stuff that puts it above New Soup 2. But, overall, I would say that for grasslands, I would say I think You Eat Soup wins just because it keeps, you know, same atmosphere whole way through. It doesn't feel like it slows. And the one water level that, the one water level that You Eat Soup has, in its grassland is specifically designed to basically be a, you know, like, basically a, it's basically designed to basically specifically be kind of, almost a water world level as opposed to like a grassland water level, which I like. And it's completely secret and optional compared to the other ones. Water levels aren't bad. I don't hate water levels, but I think for grassland, I'm not a big fan of water levels as part of the theme. Always make sure you unscrew these before you try to launch through the pipes. Some lesson that you sometimes learn the hard way. There it is. Just a bit higher than I thought. Actually, I'll still take ice, though. So, yeah, just regular old new soup does have pretty good levels. I just think that a couple of them are too generic. I think they aren't as colorful, but the level design is still pretty good. I will say that You Eat Soup is probably the game I'm most familiar with, followed by We Eat Soup, and then New Soup 2, and then New Soup. But I would say mostly because I just haven't really replayed the others as often as this game. But I will say that I think I can definitively say that You Eat Soup has best grassland, followed by New Soup 2, followed by We Eat Soup, followed by New Soup. Now for desert, I think I either give it to You Eat Soup or New Soup 2, and it's hard to say. Then I would say New Soup, but I would say the worst is probably We Eat Soup. We Eat Soup feels very bland and deserty. Like, at least New Soup does mix up its desert levels a bit and includes a couple of oddballs. And You Eat Soup has consistent level design. New Soup 2 sort of goes through desert ruins more than anything else. So now I'm running from this Goomba, aren't I? So I guess I'm gonna go to every Toad house that I find for the purpose of Let's Playing. But yeah. I don't know. And then I guess next episode we're gonna compare another world stereotype in the Mario games. Now, I guess if we were to bring... I can't really bring in Mario World into this specific conversation, just because Mario World, similar to 3D Land and 3D World, doesn't have really defined themes per world. It's supposed to feel more like a natural environment of sorts. So... that's why. So it doesn't really have a cohesive desert world. It does have like a grassland world, but even still. I could do Mario Bros. 3, but only to a certain point, because not every world theme in the modern, in the New Soup series is represented in Mario 3. So I don't need to really talk about that. What else? Most important here is ×2, and then getting the Toad. Hopefully I got it right. I don't think I got the ×2. I think I accidentally bumped one into the thing versus... So whatever. Got one mushroom. It's more than enough. Yeah. So... I don't know. I think the main reason that You Eat Soup is so I mean, so many people have said it, but the main reason that You Eat Soup is so criticized is that it was more of the same when it came out. But in all honesty, if they didn't release New Soup 2, or even if they didn't release We Eat Soup, everyone would probably love this game. And even still, I think this game does have some of the best level design seen in the Mario Bros. Series. Like, excluding 3D World. Because I really love 3D World's levels. In all honesty, 3D World is probably my favorite Mario game, like, ever. I don't really know another game that I would think of even putting on that same sort of pedestal. This game, no. Galaxy, it's many people's favorite, just not mine. I mean, it's cool, it's fun, it's definitely like top 3, top 5, but I wouldn't say it's up for, like, favorite debate. 3D Land, 3D World is just strictly better 3D Land, in my opinion. I know it has different levels, and as such, it's not necessarily, you know, not necessarily... Oh, come on. Where was it? It's a stupid hidden block. Like, is it just on top of this sand geyser here? Nope. No, it was on top of this one that was pointlessly empty for some reason, right? I always forget that one. Anyway. So, yeah. I think, you know, this game, yeah, definitely some of the best, Mario. No, I wasn't even talking about that. I was sidetracked from that conversation about what's my favorite Mario game. Odyssey is really good, but I like Mario more so for its platforming rather than its, exploration. And I don't like hard platforming, I just like run and jump versus, like, explore. You know, I think run and jump is what Mario is meant to do. In Odyssey, there's definitely lots of cool movement, and it's fun to play, but I personally think I'd rather play, like, for favorite Mario game, I just think 3D World and You Eat Soup have so many different level ideas compared to Odyssey, which actually repeats a good chunk of its challenges, that, like, I just can't help but say that, you know, 3D World is probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite. We'll see how it compares to Wonder, though. I'd say 3D World, followed by You Eat Soup, followed by I messed that up. 3D World, followed by You Eat Soup, followed by Odyssey. Then maybe Galaxy. Then We Eat Soup, then New Soup 2, probably. Then 3D Land, then... No, 3D Land, then New Soup 2, then New Soup, then, something else, maybe? I don't know. 3D World, I don't know what other Mario... Oh, Super Mario World is up there. Do I like Super Mario Bros... Do I like Super Mario World more than New Soup? I don't know. Oh god, I really need a mushroom. I should have just used a mushroom. I mean, they'll give me one, so... But, I feel like Mini Luigi is way more slippery than on ice than other characters on ice. Supposed to go down this pipe for a star coin. This one's permanently missable. I've reset levels or died and retried a few times just to get that one. Then, I believe I don't necessarily need to get all the green coins, but they can be very helpful if I want to get myself a fire flower, which in this case I do. And then this one, I need to wall jump up those blocks before they fall. Anyway, we're just gonna let them melt the things first. Then, and only then, will we come up here to grab it. We don't need all the coins, we just need the star coin. Okay. I don't know. Like, favorite 3D Mario is kind of Odyssey. 3D Mario and 2D Mario I know play very differently, but at the same time, I feel like they're both Mario games, so I should judge them both as Mario games. That's the end. Where's the last star coin? Okay. Come on. It looks like it's gonna be a revisit to give that last star coin. Oh well. Can't get them all on the first try. It's like, I feel like I know where that star coin is, and I also feel like it's in a hard spot. Yeah. I love how if you get the secret exit in Layer Cake Desert, or a shortcut to that place over there, it just spoils all of World 4. Don't you love it when that happens? Anyway. Back to piranha plants on ice. They should like totally turn that into a thing, you know. Piranha plants on ice, you know. You know how like they do like Frozen on ice or SpongeBob on ice or whatever. You know. They should actually do like a performance of like piranha plants on ice. Anyway, that's Star Coin 2. Right, it's by going all the way up here. I thought I did that, but I guess not. Oh my god. I almost screwed myself out of it again. That would have been silly of me. Preposterous, even. Anyway, that was a quick and easy run. So, anyway, back to Layer Cake Desert. We need to get the normal exit here. So, yeah, let's do that. Bop. Bop. No, if I had to say what my overall favorite Mario character was, it's Spike. Spike is my favorite Mario character. Because I don't know, something about Spike's just like attitude, you know, just like, yeah, I can chuck a huge spike ball from my mouth, you know, so what? You know, but he also just gives me such like chill vibes, you know? It just seems like he's chilling. He's, you know, he's having the time of his life, you know? Just like, I don't know. Anyway, it's like, and I think there's something about Spike that makes him stand out. It's like he doesn't necessarily belong in Mario. He seems more like a Pikmin enemy, if anything. Like, just giant spike ball popping out of your mouth, you know. That seems like a... reminds me of the armored cannon beetle larva. Except not spiky for them, but spiky for Spike. Anyway. Didn't I just go in that Toad house? Wait. They respawned after I did the secret level, isn't it? Okay. Well, whatever. It looks like we're definitely getting through all of Layer Cake Desert on today's episode, which is something I'm proud of, because, this series needs to be up before Mario Wonder comes out, because I'm not gonna have this series share a time, share a release with Mario Wonder. It's not a release, it's, share circulation, I don't know. It's like the thing where, like, you know, currently I'm uploading both Pikmin 4 and this game. You know, I'm not gonna have this game share with Mario Wonder. So, I guess, to that end, I really need to, yeah, I definitely need to make sure I am getting through this stuff quickly. You know what else I like about Layer Cake Desert? This level is like the only non-desert level, but even then, it still feels like you're in a desert, but just like maybe in like a dust cloud or something. And it's a good incorporation of the mushrooms, and it's a nice change of pace, and that's what I love about it. It's like, they put the change of pace, you know, level where it's like, I don't expect that to be in this area, in the actual one area that people complain about always being so repetitive, and that's why I think You Eat Soup has the best level design and world design in the series. The new Soup series, that is, not the Mario series. Though, actually, well, Wonder hasn't come out yet, so we'll see how it compares with Wonder. Looks like Wonder's gonna be its own thing, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it's still stuck to, you know, Mario formula stuff. Anyway, this next level is just okay. Blooming Lakitus. It's interesting that in this game, your first introduction to Lakitu is him throwing piranhas versus Spinies, like he, you know, does in every other game. But even stranger is that, like, this is like one of 2 appearances he makes in the entire game. So, yeah. It's also weird, like in Mario Maker, all enemies would bounce off note blocks too, but in this game, enemies don't bounce on note blocks. My guess for why they do in Mario Maker and not in this game is because Mario Maker is supposed to be very, you know, creative, and it's not creative to not have, you know, to limit your options further by not allowing enemies to bounce or something like that. Anyway. Maybe I could start doing Mario Maker content. Not necessarily like, you know, making levels or even, you know, really high level stuff, but maybe just 1 or 2 videos just like saying, you know, I like Mario Maker, do you? You know. I need to go back this way quickly. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like I knew there was one of these in the sky somewhere, but I didn't remember exactly where. Sad part is that I actually just replayed this game like a month ago. Anyway. Just neutralize him. And get a 1-up. And I don't really care about taking damage right now, because all I need to do is touch the flagpole. Anyway. Phew! Made it! Yeah, it's like, I remember Luigi's voice being more like, "It's-a me, Luigi!" You know, something like that. You know, "I'm a Luigi, #1!" Something like that, I don't know. Anyway, Morton's Compactor Castle. This one, I don't know if I would say it's one of my lesser favorite castles, but I would say that it's definitely, it can be frustrating to navigate at times. Do you ever, because, like, do you ever feel like the coins have a right side up and a right side down, and sometimes it feels like you're looking at them upside down? Like, do you ever get that feeling? I don't know. It's a weird feeling to get. No, 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 no! Well, that was a waste of a mushroom. Okay. Anyway. Shh. I think that's my first death. I genuinely think that's my first death. So. A. We're taking a mushroom because, like, I don't want to. I just want to, get on with this. And B, yeah. Yeah, I just want, because that means that when we hit this block, it's an ice flower, which won't be moving, so there's no chance of it falling in lava. Oh my god. That was close. Anyway, usually I think they might intend you to freeze the guy and throw him, but I usually just dash. I know, I do it wrong, whatever. If you had a mini mushroom, you could get up there and, do a bit of the cool mini mushroomness. But I also think that, like, so yeah, you could get the mini mushroom and go up there, but I think it's just coins, maybe a star. I forget if this wall is fake. No, it's real. Okay. The really dangerous part is not this part, but it's like the part right up ahead. So what you want to do here is that. Maybe I'm thinking not of this. No, it's definitely up ahead. It's like, I guess I could get the green coins. I hope green coins come back. Yeah, red coins are technically, you know, can be more interesting, and it seems like they have the whole purple coin thing in Mario Wonder. But I just think green coins are really cool. I like green. Green's my favorite. Yeah. So this is the annoying part. This is the part I really hate, because that jump is deceptively difficult. In fact, most of that section there is deceptively difficult. Anyway, made it to the boss. So, Morton Koopa Jr. I don't have a ranking spot. Lemmy is number 1. Where would I put Morton? I guess. Hold on, I'm thinking. And these are not ranking by boss fight. These are ranking by, like, personality and, look more than anything. So, Lemmy is number 1. Then I guess, Morton ends up as 5, number 5. 5th favorite Koopaling. Morton's pokey attacks can be a little bit difficult. But the fact is you have ample time to jump on him when he does his shell attack like that. So, yeah. But yeah, Morton would be my 5th favorite Koopaling. Of them. Bowser Jr. is not included in this ranking because he's not a Koopaling. But yeah. Bye-bye. Anyway. I guess that we'll save and where? Layer Cake Desert 2? Oh my god, I missed a star coin in Layer Cake Desert 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. Seriously, man? Seriously? Now I have to backtrack all the way over to Layer Cake Desert 2, and then probably back so I can actually get to the next world, you know? Okay. Wasn't too hard. And I know exactly where it is, too. It was like the star coin that I'm like, I know where this is. I'm not gonna miss this. But, like, in my attempts to just get through the level, I completely forgot about it. Ugh. Alright. So... here we are. I know that many people think of the Koopalings as lazy, but personally, I think they're really cool. I do agree that their boss fights need to be the slightest bit more difficult. Not because I'm like, oh, difficulty, games are too easy. In fact, I like easy games. But I just think they don't necessarily need to be more difficult, they just need to be less cheesable. Like in almost every new soup game... that's embarrassing. In almost every new soup game, you can stomp on the Koopalings as soon as they emerge from their shell. So... it kind of creates this, you know... system? Idea? I don't know. That, like... you know, the Koopalings are easy. Some of their attacks can be deceptively difficult, but you only need to get one hit, and then you can just chain hits for the rest of the battle. Even in some fights where you wouldn't think you'd be able to, like... well, I'm not going to get into it here. But yeah, I personally like the Koopalings' designs. There are only, like, two that I'm not a particular fan of. So... you know... I mean, I think I like them all, but there are only two that I would say just seem a little too generic. You know, otherwise the rest of them have a good chunk of personality, but even then, the generic ones still have personality, just not the same levels of, like, insane personality, you know? Anyway, Yoshi. So, but yeah, I'd love to see the Koopalings come back. In fact, maybe I could share my ideas for, Mario game, that I was thinking about. Like, I've been thinking about, as a kid, like, what if the Koopalings all had, like, an elemental property, you know? So maybe I'll share that in another episode. That seems like a good topic for another time. Because, like, I don't want to use that topic for an episode that's almost over, you know? So... because that just seems like a waste of, you know, a good conversation to have it, like, all wrapped up here. But, yeah. And then, oop. Okay, there we are. But yeah, now that should be every star coin in Layer Cake Desert. Is it? Is it? I mean, it should be. Yep, there's the chime. You got all the star coins in Layer Cake Desert. That's gotta mean something good, right? Yeah, that's right. Next time! But for now, my name has been, and will be tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. And it always will be Pun Food. I wasn't lying. This desert was a piece of cake.